my name is Leah Thomas. I'm a student at Mizzou. So I have bursitis in both of my knees, benign hypermobility syndrome, and fibromyalgia. Those are all disorders that affect day-to-day pain and mobility, and it just affects day-to-day functioning to I don't get the right amount of sleep. It definitely is day-to-day what can I actually do today. I don't think that the campus is necessarily just as a whole. There's holes in all of the sidewalks, so I can't imagine being in a wheelchair trying to navigate all of the sidewalks at Mizzou. So I just think that things like that make it a very hostile kind of environment for students with, mobility aids and things like that. How can you expect a student to get around when half of your buildings aren't ADA accessible? So getting my parking, originally I had just signed up for parking, and the website to sign up for parking was very misleading. And then I got, my parking, I went to go and pick it up, and it was parking that was in the commuter lots, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to do this. And so the first, I want to say week and a half or 2 weeks of school, I took the bus, but I took the city bus to campus with my personal disability, where I'm sitting and how I'm getting places, and if I'm being jostled on a bus, that can affect how I can walk for the day. You had to go to the office, and I said, I would like to sign up for the disability parking, and they were like, okay, well, you have to get all this stuff from the state of Missouri. So I went to go sign up for the disability parking. I had to go to the DMV and fill out all the paperwork there, but then I got paperwork that I had to send to my doctor back in Chicago, and then I got news that fibromyalgia is not considered a chronic disability or illness by the state of Missouri, so my tags actually expire in February, so I'm going to have to try and petition to get them to be renewed and have my doctor fill out all of that paperwork again if I want disability parking for second semester. The whole thing is that the world is for able-bodied people. And as a disabled person living in a world that is made for able-bodied people, any time that you say, I can't do this, people see it as an accommodation. So I think that we need to not just fix things at the university, but fix things as a whole, as just as how we look at disability. Just because you're making something accessible for one person doesn't mean that it's detrimental to another. Putting wheelchair ramps that actually work places and fixing the sidewalks is not hurting students who can walk. It's only helping students who use wheelchairs or canes or walkers. There has been no outreach for here are the resources that you have on campus, and things like that. I never see people talk about the disability center, So unless you come in with something, I haven't heard anything. And I haven't gone to the disability center and signed up as a disabled student because I've never heard of anything for me there. So I think that saying to students this is a place that's available to you and here are our services and things like that, I think that would be more helpful. And I think that the campus as a whole just has to create an environment, that says we're here not to make accommodations for you, but because you have a right to be here too.